Strange face you're seeing here, but it's fine. Let's just start this way. First, it was a year. Then we started counting down from 100 days. And now it's only 7 days. Yes, only 7 days to the general elections and 3 till the special voting, which will be on December 1. Hello, good morning and welcome to Joy News Interactive, where the biggest stories making the news are the subjects closest to our hearts and which you can also share your views on, fortunately. Now, I've already mentioned that we have about a week till the elections and all the issues surrounding it. Our other issue we'll be looking at today is the fact that the JNI poll this morning is asking you whether polls predicting the winner of this year's election should be regarded as reliable or otherwise. Then, the National Media Commission has criticized the media for biased reportage during this election period. And away from election fever, a New York Times article is wondering if friendships were richer when one didn't have so many online friends. Don't also forget that today is your president, my president, our president, John Dramani Mahamas' birthday. You can join the conversation now on WhatsApp. The number is 0560-800-000, 0560-800-000. Facebook and Twitter, it's Joy News on TV. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Go TV channel 144 and DSTV channel 421. I am Baba Tando. If your device is charged, let's get started. We are starting with the fact that it's President John Dramani Mahamas' birthday today, and he turns 58. So, what are people talking about when it comes to the president celebrating his birthday today? Let me just get onto Facebook. There are so many comments that are coming up, and this says, good Lord grant you long life and prosperity, but prepare your office because Nanado is winning the election by the grace of Almighty God. Well, how interesting. It's very interesting. The fact that today is the president's birthday and you want somebody else to win the election. Anyway, the next message is coming from Hamid Isuman, and he says, JM, may Allah grant you long life with good health and food and strength to govern the country over another 4 years. JM, Swasosa, Ghana needs you. Okay, so I have never seen anybody wishing anybody food when it comes to their birthday, but Hamid Asuman just did that. Britta Smith says, we wish you a happy birthday as you celebrate your last birthday in office as the president. Ghanaians are cruel these days. Wow. Anyway, as you celebrate your last birthday in office as the president of Ghana, change is coming. Now make way for Nana to come and let's see the difference between your achievements. This is coming from Britta Smith. So this is a simple birthday, and people cannot just allow the president to have his birthday present or to just celebrate his birthday without mixing it with politics. But that's where we have gotten to now, so we might as well carry on. Monday Born says, may this day be your last birthday in government. President who watches, oh, well, Monday Board, I'm sorry I've had to edit your comment. We cannot read this on air. And other comments still coming in for the president's birthday. Ahmed Zakia says, happy birthday, Your Excellency. Long life and prosperity and a victory. Paradise Adam says, happy birthday, His Excellency John Dramani. May this birthday be your last birthday in office as President of Ghana. And Samet Dev says, happy birthday to you, my dear President. May the Almighty God protect you to continue ruling till 2021. Okay, that came from Samet Dev. Now, Noor Hamid says, happy birthday to you, Mr. President. May you continue to be the apple of God's eye as he catapults you to greater heights. Say Ghana for. Anyway, more birthday comments coming up. Happy birthday to you, Oting Kwabna. I'm sorry I've had to edit your birthday message to the president. I'm sorry about that, but I mean, we cannot have such words on air. Hartwell Amuzu says, happy birthday to you, my president. May the Almighty Allah fulfill your dreams. May you live to see better days ahead. All right, Prince Henry Selassie Apaka says, happy birthday, Mr. President and the first gentleman of our motherland, Ghana. I pray God blesses you and more vision in every task you face. All right, so just a few more messages before we move on to our next issue. And Ajiwoda Kwame Francois says, happy birthday. May God crown your year with victory come December 7th. Amen. And Dean Zane says, happy birthday, JM. December 7th will be the biggest. JM, Swaso. Last message. Sykes Nana Bwachi Adam. Hello, birthday. Happy birthday. I'm sure that's what you want to say. Happy birthday, His Excellency JDM. Your birthday gift from Ghanaian is that we will vote for you to Twaso. Okay, so this is Sykes Nana Bwachi Adam. And thank you all for your comments. And like I told you, the president is celebrating his 58th birthday today, and it's amazing how we have gotten to as a country when we can't differentiate between, you know, politics and our personal life, so that the president is celebrating his birthday and you have to mix it with politics. It's fine. That's where we have gotten to. Let's move away from the president and his birthday and talk about polls, because that's the biggest news in recent time, as the Economic and Intelligence Unit tipped the MPP's Nana Akufo-Addo to win. Now, only yesterday, famous pollster John Ben he tipped President Mahamas to win by a massive 54%. Now, this morning, our GNI poll is asking you whether you think such polls are reliable predictions or predictors of who will win the December elections. Let us know on our Facebook page. Type yes or no. Do you think polls indeed are reliable and they will speak the truth about who, you know, will win the December 7 elections? Now, speaking of elections, the National Media Commission has criticized the media for what it calls biased reportage during this year's election. Now, citing instances of unfair coverage to some smaller parties and painting the Electoral Commission in a negative light. Here is George Sapon, who spoke with the AM show's co-host Roland Walker.
Two people who have spoken extensively about the economy in this campaign has been Dr. Bawumia and Dr. Pokusindum.
By observation, you say?
Yes, from the data that is available to us. Quite strangely, and I don't know if it is, if you look at media coverage of particularly Dr. Bawumia's, what I call the Bawumia series of lectures, every time the media covered them, the concentration was on allegations that he was making against the ruling government in terms of his perception of their inefficiency in the management of the economy. The media give us very little about what the MPP's own proposals are going into this election. I want to presume that he's spoken a lot about those issues. So it is the sensational element, because if you pick on the attack, it's fairly easy to get the NDC to respond and to hit back and to generate a certain reality show around the matters. But at least we've taken the first substantive step towards addressing policy issues. My expectation is that by the time we get into the next election, by God's grace, we may, if we are lucky that this trend continues, we may get into a more critical, analytic media that is able to drill down to the issues. But before we can do that, we ourselves also need to empower ourselves in terms of updating our knowledge on the issues.
All right, so you've been sharing your thoughts with us about this particular issue. Let me go to WhatsApp and read a few of the comments that are coming in with regards to what we just heard from the National Media Commission, speaking to the co-host of the AM show, Roland Walker. Okay, so it looks like the birthday of the president is actually overtaking everything, but it's fine. It's his day, so we need to give him all the recognition he needs. I hope, this is coming from Rauf in Tamale. He says, I hope JMN and Hassan Suhini will seize power from Tamale North constituency. Inshallah, they will win the election with one-touch victory. Okay, so let me move on to other issues. Happy birthday, JM. May you live long. And please don't forget, when you send us the messages, I cannot put your number on air, so you need to add your name, so I mention that it's actually coming from you. Okay, this one is coming from an anonymous texter. He says, may God bless you and keep protecting and guide you. Happy birthday, JM. But you must check on creating jobs in Ghana. Okay, so Michael Amaning in the UK says, President Mahamas' last birthday in the Jubilee House, but I wish him a long life to witness good governance by the MPP, by the MPP's incorruptible leader, Nana Addo. All right. So this is an issue, a comment that relates to what you just heard about the NMC, about negative media reportage and about the polls. And this is coming from Chevi in Hoho. He says, if polls in Britain and the US are failing, why should I believe these unscientific Ghanaian polls? All I know is that change is coming, by extension, Nana is coming. So very interesting comments coming from there. But let me go to Facebook quickly and also about negative reportage coming from the NMC or the National Media Commission. Pascal Venkumwen Isaka says the EC is charging the media fees before they are allowed to report on the election. So how do you expect the media to do free PR for a profit-making election commission? If the EC needs good publicity, then they must also pay. So this is actually in relation to, you know, the fees the NMC, the EC is charging for accreditation for journalists. Now, Cosmos Dentist says the media is supposed to report what they see, and what else does the NMC want the media to report? Haven't they seen the pusher of the Electoral Commission? National Media Commission, please allow the media to do their work objectively. If you wouldn't do it. Oof. All right. Prince Nuruddin Bamia says, I partially agree with the assertion. Freedom of the press and media should not be taken for granted. Therefore, I urge all the media houses to desist from publishing defamatory news and devoid of biased reportage. But Prince Nuruddin Bamia, I mean, this is already a practice of media houses in GH or in Ghana. We are supposed to report what we see and what we know, not be biased. We need to be objective. It's one of the rules that we uphold that is so dear to our hearts. Now, Tina Kumpe says, what has the commission done about it, aside telling us? I thought the media is your responsibility. Should we stop listening to them? Well, that's a legitimate question. Okay, Sana Mohammed says, I totally agree. The media is biased in its reportage because I can see that some political parties are enjoying more time than the others. But the truth is that the political parties actually buy the airtime. So the more your money, the more airtime you receive. Okay, so Silicon Origi says, yes, I agree, especially Accra Media. That is how I call you guys. Well, Silicon, I don't really understand your message. So if you want to resend it and explain it better to me, I would make more sense reading it. Okay, Shiftman Osei says, and what's their duty and what do they use their budget for? Ghana bread. Oh. So that's actually a few of, or those are actually a few of the messages that are coming in from the National Media Commission's, you know, plea to media houses to be objective and not to do biased reportage. And we've also had you tell us what you think about the president and the fact that he's celebrating his birthday today. Keep the messages coming. Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 560-800-000. So those are for your WhatsApp messages. On Facebook, on Twitter, you see the address right on your screen. Let me just take a cup of water. I'll be back so we continue with our interaction. Stay on. That video shouldn't make you happy if you're a Barca fan like myself. I mean, I need to sue my producer, including my director, because I think that they have condoned and connived against me as a Barcelona fan. But you know what? On a more serious note, if you check on social media, it's very interesting because already social media has given us a winner for the December polls, even though we haven't even done the special voting, we haven't done the election yet, even though no counting has gone on, we already have a winner. If you go on WhatsApp, we have a different winner. If you go on Facebook, we have a different winner. Twitter, different. Instagram, different. I'm sure other social media platforms would also give you different winners. But we're going to get to see the real results from the 7th of December, you know, onwards with the days that are coming up. Let's move on to our next issue. And we're talking about friends, because New York Times columnist Aaron Gershon has written an article that in a way mourns the loss of genuine face-to-face in-person friendships to online friendships, and I agree. Now we are asking, how many of your virtual friends have you personally met? So this is it. How many friends on social media have you met face-to-face? And we're asking you on Facebook, we're asking you to send us your WhatsApp comments. The number once again is 0560-800,000, and then we get to read them. Twitter, Instagram, you can meet us there. But let's go to Facebook, because Anna Mohammed again is telling us that it's about 35 of his friends that he has had contact with. Okay, so let me just do this straight. Anna Mohammed, it's about 35 of my friends that I had contact with them on Facebook, including ladies, and our friendship is now too close than the friends I know personally. I think social media is giving us the chance to make more friends. I'm sure that's what you want to say, Sana Mohammed. King Julian says he's met only one of his virtual friends, but when she showed up, I couldn't approach her because she was not the same beautiful, the same beautiful lady I saw on Facebook. In fact, she was very... I'm not reading that one. I was just lucky that I stood somewhere and watched her and she didn't see me. Cosmetic beauty. Okay, social media beauty. That's what you want to call it. All right. Prince Nuruddin Bamia says, in fact, I met some of them personally, but others gave me messages which I can't disclose. Oof. Kwesi Boateng Ayipa says, we all have numerous friends on various social media platforms, and for me, I have 1,375 incredible friends on Facebook, and apart from those I attend the same school and church with, I only met the rest online. I get in touch with most of them only on my birthday. Who comes to wish me and comment on my post? That is why it is called, or what, that's why they are called online friends. Okay. Anum Kojo Martin, I personally believe online friends are 50-50. There are some you really know and relate to, but most of them you don't even greet on streets. They are not your friends in real life. Okay. Shift. Asemo, I have many friends who I don't even think of meeting in my lifetime. In fact, I love enter Mahamas food. Hey, Charlie. Anyway, Richie Khalifa Kate says, online friends are great. They help as they get along with unknown people in real life. I know majority of my online friends, and those that I don't know, I make an effort to know them. It's great. All right. Melody Yakubu says, I don't even add friends that I don't know physically. Okay. And Paniel Gotsway, I think you're saying that you've met 29 of your virtual friends or your friends who are online. Okay, so let me go on to WhatsApp. Hi, lovely. You looking? Okay, thank you for that message. I got that. Okay, so this is coming from an anonymous texter. He says, I've met about 80% of my Facebook friends. I know about 80% of my Facebook friends I know are those I have known since school days. Okay, so they are not virtual friends if you want to look at it that way. My friend took my girlfriend on Facebook. Oh, okay, that's too bad. I'm sorry about that one. And this one says, I have met only one, so I have started to unfriend a lot of them. Okay, I think I started doing that too, because I had too many friends and I had too many friend requests coming in. I didn't know 80% of them. So I said, okay, I would only add you as a friend if I know you, or accept you as my friend if I know you, because there's no point, honestly, there's really no point. So I have almost 5,000 friends and believe I have met 20% of them. What's 20% of 5,000? 10% of 5,000 is 500. So you've met 1,000 of your friends personally. Wow. To me, Facebook makes me popular. Oh, all right. It's unfortunate that you didn't add your name, so I can't do much about it. But we're making virtual friends, a lot of them, but we're not meeting them in real life. Is this good or bad? I don't think it is good enough. All right, so let's go over to our next issue, which happens to be the Journeys Interactive polls. And this morning, our GNI poll is asking you whether you think, our polls that are, predicting winners are actually true or not. Remember that the Economic Intelligence Unit actually predicted that Nana-Addo is winning with a one-touch victory. And then yesterday, pollster Ben Efson also came on to say that John Dramani Mahama is also winning by a clear 54%, which is a one-touch victory. Okay. Do you think such polls are reliable? I actually don't know, especially looking at what happened in the USA with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. I really don't want to talk about that now because I'm still angry about it. But let's move on to Facebook and hear what you are saying. Okay. Bentil Algor Alexander says polls are not to be relied on, but in as much as not to be relied on, it can be used as a predictive measure of what to expect if the polls are done well. Okay, Saana Mohammed says polls cannot determine the winner of the election. Let's just reflect back to the US, like I told you, and see what the prediction of polls can actually do to you. If you want my honest opinion, I think that polls, yes, people take their time to do them, but they actually give the political parties, you know, the chance to work on their weaknesses and the chance to also strengthen where they have a lot of, you know, power. Other comments coming in from Facebook. Sita Mohammed says, no, I have never taken polls seriously. And as for Ghana's Uncle Ben, I've never believed in his analysis. Don't know why though. All right, Cosmos Denta says, yes, to some extent. But some pollsters turn the results of the exercise when they realize that it doesn't favor their paymaster. Well, this is actually an indictment on the person's, you know, the person's personality. So I'm not reading the rest of your message, Cosmos Dente. I'm very sorry about that. I've had to edit and cut that bit of your comment out. So it means that next time you'd have to make, you know, an objective analysis or put up, you know, comments that are good enough to read, because we have editorial policies and yours might simply not work with us. But that's how we wrap up on Journeys Interactive. But hey, we're not done receiving your comments. Remember that on WhatsApp you can always send us what you feel about our programming or whatever issues we discuss here. 0560 800,000 is the number. You can also find us on Twitter and on Facebook as well as on Instagram. So don't forget that we'll still take your messages. My name is Baba Tando. That's how I wrap up with you this morning. Enjoy the rest of our programs.
One day, you will become a president in Ghana. One day, Papa Sindhu will become a president in Ghana. But for this election, we are praying for the Nekufuado with 51%, 10 virgin pastors. But Papa Sindhu will become one day president in Ghana. Yeah, I followed the American election. The American election, you know, my interest was not in. I don't pray anything about it, but I pray to God that He should let peace come to America. But I did not say anything about it. I was not so interested in it. Although I love Americans, when my video was popular, a lot of American people see me, they're happy. Even they want me to come there one time. I love America. I love America. But this election there, I was not having any interest to say something about it. The new president, I am wishing him congratulations. I am wishing the new president. What is the name? Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Yes. Oh, President Donald Trump. Virgin Pastor of Ghana, I am congratulating you. May God bless you.